Welcome to the first episode of the Classy Talk.
Classy
I'm
talk.
Jesse.
I'm Mike.
We're going to kind of get into a little bit of history of Stay Classy Racing, where we started, where we are today,
Drama.
near future. Drama, lots of drama. This season has been drama. Events we've run, what we've stopped running, future plans of where we're going to run, personal reasons of why these two cars have been sitting. Other than this one, it came out once this year.
It was a
but
fail. It was a fail.
That was a fail. True facts of the tracks that we attend throughout the year. We do go to a lot of tracks. We help out a lot of different race teams. We have a good time with that. Reasons why people are giving up on racing and selling off all of their stuff. What our plans are with certain cars that we do have.
Yeah.
We have quite a
What
few
we
cars.
want to do, what we should do. And
Yeah, we definitely have a lot of cars sitting around, a lot of projects, and it'd be nice to get back to our roots for sure. Future plans with the drag cars, like we do have some serious plans with these coming up. Who we want repping our name and who we want to kind of fit into our little family that we have built a lot over the last
12 years.
12 years. Why we have such big mouths when it comes to social media and media posts. I wouldn't say you.
You're the front of that for sure.
I'm definitely the one. I'm better. I am better now though.
Yeah.
You know, like we were out camping and you know the posts came up and then I was going to make a post that night and then I chose to wait until the next day. So chose my words a little bit better than what I was going to do. And then, you know, all the people that are involved with us and
What makes our team a team, really.
what makes our team a team. So, let's go back. 2014 is when SC Racing started. That was a little bit before you were involved with it. It was more just me and Ash. It was just kind of like something that we chose to do, and then you and I kind of just started running with it.
Bringing the name to where it is, really.
Yeah, like we started out in driveways and building the most budget street cars, and you know at the time I had the Blueberry, and you know it was basic bone stock block. You had the
My Accord.
your Accord with the H23 Euro car back there, sitting back there somewhere, all blown up, but it's fine. And then it's just kind of gone through, you know. I started putting engines together for Tubman.
Tubman for the circuit track.
Tubman pushed and pushed and pushed. You know, all I was doing at the time was putting cylinder heads together. I loved cylinder heads at the time, and Tubman definitely.
Cylinder heads.
Yeah, you don't like cylinder heads. Tubman definitely pushed towards me putting blocks together and, you know, pushing that confidence. So I definitely give that to Chris Tubman.
Yeah.
You know, we're not as close as we used to be with Tubman, obviously, but,
Sure happens.
you know, things happen over the years. You know, I don't regret the years that we do have. We had a lot of great races and, you know, we pushed Tubman real hard and he did great. And
It was a good part of our team, really.
Yeah.
It was kind of like what started the whole like racing assembly pretty much aspect of it was the front of the whole I guess career of it, really.
yeah.
So I mean, without him we probably wouldn't be where we probably are now, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And then, you know, like we started out with originally Kent. You know, Kent was the neighbor. And we rolled up in a bunch of Honda Civics when we moved into that house, and you know, Kent was probably like, oh hell, these guys are a bunch of young kids that whatever. And then, you know, we were big into the Honda game at the time and still are. Like we kind of pushed around a lot more now than just Honda, but you know, at the time he was getting rid of his Cavalier. He had a Cavalier circle track car at the time. That was his thing, and you know, we ended up being pretty close with Kent, and we got that Integra with the GSR in it that we parted out, and Kent ended up buying the shell off of us, and we ended up going full tilt with Kent and building the mini stock, and
Fuck, I was a mini stock. All bone stock though.
Yeah, it was all bone stock. Restamping engines and driveways, whatever.
Still B20.
So
B18.
I'd say, yeah. After that, we were considered Kent's secret weapon. And,
Yeah.
you know, we ended up knowing like Rob Crick, and, you know, we kind of got introduced to Jeremy Kelly and, you know, all the bigger guys, and kind of pushing for the bigger guys. Mr. Kijiji was like the man, you know what I mean? I was like, oh, I need to know this guy. And, you know, I still talk to Jeremy today.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Jeremy's still going to be doing like an intro video for us here shortly for the YouTube page and stuff like that. We pushed him until he won his championship.
Yeah.
At that time, I think it was the time where I was like, you know what, I can't keep doing all of this mini stock, bone stock crap. There's way too much drama at this track.
Too many cars too.
Well, that was it. It was like, I was doing what, Kent, Tubman, Jeremy, you know, sometimes Jeremy's brother would be like, hey, can you kind of give me some input on some stuff? You know, I was doing everybody.
Yeah.
And, you know, from going from us at the drag strip one weekend
To Peterborough.
to, you know,
Us and whatever.
our normal personal stuff, keeping bills going and stuff like that, it got to be a lot. And, you know,
100%.
at that point I was just like, you know, I'm done. I think I did one more season. I put a block to get an engine together for Rob.
Yeah.
And Rob got the rods pushed on somewhere. I don't even know what happened in that situation. Before we put the pistons and rods into the block, I was like, these pistons are real tight on these rods.
Yeah,
And
it's fine.
Rob said it was fine.
The
And,
4,000 RPM won't take care of.
you know, came through the block. So, you know, at that point I put another block together for Rob, and I kind of pushed away from it for sure. We pushed for
It's
20.
definitely nice to step back.
Yeah, for sure. It definitely got heads back into the game to where we are today. Then, you know, what was it, 2020, 2021, and 2022, we pushed real hard with both of these cars behind us. 2021 didn't work out very well for me. 2021 was okay for you.
Yeah, it was alright.
You know, you were hitting some PBs, going through transmissions.
More just getting used to the car, really.
Yeah, for sure. Like,
Things, yeah.
it's not easy making this thing go A to B.
No, it's
You
fucking
know,
heavy.
like, we had that car set up that it would dog shit out of the hole,
And then freight.
and then it just freight trained the back half of the track.
Yeah,
And, like, it was a weapon.
it was.
You know, making a 3,400 pound car with a 4-banger in it, doing 11.1 at like
30 or 32.
132 mile an hour. It's not a joke.
No.
It's not a joke. And then we switched it over because I switched this car over to a 6262
Yeah.
because we couldn't get, with the stock transmission and the big turbos, lifting off the throttle was not ideal. It just didn't work.
No.
It fell on its face. We couldn't make it work. So that's when we switched it over to the 6262 and kind of added some goodies onto it. And, you know, that's where we started hitting our goals. It was, you know, 10-0, 10-1, 10-2, back and forth all season long.
Yeah.
And it was a great season. It was a lot of sandbagging and whatever else. And then, you know, 2022, we held the points all season long.
Yeah.
We, you know, what, 3/4 of the season, I was like, screw it. I want to go for numbers. And then I stopped caring about points leading and whatever. And, you know, I even gave up a 3rd place just to try to hit a number. And that was the weekend you didn't show up. And it was a gong show. Absolute gong show. Yeah, this guy had COVID or some dumb shit. Anyways, we ended up taking 2nd place overall for the season. Johnny took 1st, which perfect. You know, Mikey and I put that engine together.
Still got got by a wagon.
Mikey still won't leave that alone. You know,
Doesn't matter.
Gap Johnny's car long ago. You know, so Johnny took the championship that year. We did hit our number. We hit a 970 at 147 or something. 142, 147. I don't
No, I
know.
think it was like 148 or something. Oh, whatever.
Something like that.
140 something.
After that season, the next season came up for your car. We decided to park Blackie Chan, take the season off, really focus on the wagon. Where before we couldn't even fit a 13-inch drag wheel on your car. So there was a lot of research involved in that, and there was some guys out in the States that kind of reached out and figured out what we could change and whatever, and now
it's on 13.
we got a 13 on there. You know, we got RSX lower ball joints, we flipped some tie rods around,
A bunch of shit.
DA spindles, like, we made it all happen. So the front end's a 4x100 and the rear end's a 4x114.3 or whatever that is.
Fucking dumb.
So our method on that one was,
Leaving the hole better, really.
getting it out of the hole.
Yeah.
So it was, okay, cool. Let's make both, even though the wagon is an H series, Blackie's a B series, let's make everything that we do have interchangeable, because our goal is to have both cars at every event together.
Realistically, yeah.
Now it's a little bit harder considering we're both the main wrenchmen.
Yeah.
So when it comes down to two broken cars, it's a real gong show. Like,
It's fun.
it's fun, but you know,
Just
like,
bring out the waters and you're good.
just drink all the water. The tent peg, for example.
Yeah.
I was having a consistent day. You blew an axle out on the car, not a big deal. We always have stock loads of axles. Got a pile of them back here. And, you know, you jammed an axle into the car and you went and made a pass and you're like, something's not right.
100%.
So you took a look and sure as shit, it was the axle itself was
Too long.
the splines were too long and the nut wasn't actually bottoming out to lock it up. So your
Fuck
method
yeah.
was, while I'm still making passes here, trying to help you, and I'm jumping into the race car, you're grabbing tent pegs out of, you know, our shelters for the race cars.
Put that in the glove box.
And you know, you made it work. But it's definitely not easy when we bring a crew or like your wife, your kid, my wife, my kids, you know, a bunch of people that are true supporters of us, that do everything for us behind the scenes, like
100%.
making us food, making sure our kids are good, stuff like that. We don't have anybody yet other than the two of us. You know, James is always behind a laptop or
He's the supervisor.
yeah, and or like making sure our tire pressures.
Yeah.
Other than the one time that he left, yeah, whatever.
No, he's good. I mean, he definitely wrenches when he can, but for
Yeah.
the most part, it's back and shit, right? So
Yeah.
just, you know, he's more the supervisor and he's
Yeah.
the computer guy for sure.
So, like, out of that, we did the 6262, took it back to Brett.
E85.
Yeah, you switched the car over to Pump E85. We had Brady go over the border, pump some fuel for us. He tested it, brought it back, tested good. We took it up to Brett,
Get some good numbers.
made some good numbers. You know, like, people are going to fight with us of the power that these cars are making. You know, we don't go to the dyno for numbers. We never have. It's cool to see bigger numbers, you know. This one makes 560, 562 or something like that. I don't know. And this thing makes
615.
615
620.
on Brett's dyno. We don't care about the numbers. We care about the tune. The tune works. It always has worked from day one. I think I introduced you to Brett, actually.
Yeah, back in Ajax.
Yeah, when he was in Ajax. So now we drive to Calabogie for all of our tunes, and that is for our current situation. We have lots happening here in the near future for sure.
100%.
It's fine. I heard some sort of bug.
Sorry.
You know what? So we made a bunch of power with the car. Brought it down to the track after a hell of a week. We had a hell of a week.
Made too much power, really.
Made too much power, and the car made power coming out of the hole. Like, that's what we wanted. We wanted less NA power coming out of the hole and actual boost power coming out of the
100%.
hole. And that's when it sheared. Sheared.
Didn't even touch second. It just sheared it.
Yeah. Just sheared the shit out of it. And that was basically how the rest of the season went.
Pretty much, yeah.
Then at that point, you know,
Some fucking axles and tranny and
yeah. At that point, you were kind of on the fence of what to do. You're like, all right.
well, yeah, it sucks because it's like, you know, you need a tranny and it's like, well, fuck. you know, the fucking price of everything now, and you know, the dues and the fucking shipping and whatever, it's not really realistic. But I mean, it's definitely still a goal to get. I mean, it's just gonna take a little while.
And like there's a lot of support starting to come out for the H series.
There is. There's a lot more to it than there was at least 5 years ago. I mean, you know, you can now get, you know, transmissions and dog boxes, and you know, a lot of people are starting to make more all-wheel drive units for them, and you know, like a whole bunch of different things just for the motor itself that was needed for a while. But
so what would you say your plan is in the near future for the wagon?
Definitely strip it, and we definitely need to strip it and save some weight. I would love to get a tranny for it, but I mean, that's probably gonna take me a little bit to do.
Yeah, well, along with the truck that's sitting out back, you know, like
yeah.
we put a motor together in your truck, put a lumpy ass cam into it, got it tuned, lasted 4,000 kilometers. Things happen. Things happened.
No, but definitely, I would love to definitely strip it down. Like that's definitely this winter project, and you know, put a harness in it, and you know, like it's the harness that's in it now is still good, but it's just so old that you know we don't know when shit is going to start fucking off, which we're starting to have issues now, but we don't exactly know what they are.
Well, it's like the same thing as this, you know.
Yeah.
We went Haltech on this car.
Yeah.
You know, I've switched the harness 3 times on this car. You've helped me.
Yeah.
I have one of your harnesses in that car actually.
Yeah.
And you know, we kept going back to the stock location of stock harness, don't screw with things, to when you're at the racetrack, something fucks off. You do what you gotta do to make it to the next round.
100%.
But those temporary fixes always end up in more temporary fixes.
Well, they're supposed to be temporary, but they end up being long-term fixes.
Well, yeah, but
Just
like
haven't had
when
time
it
to
works,
fix
it
it.
works.
Exactly.
Right? And you know, between the seasons, you know, very short season in Canada. It's
You got a couple.
you know,
months.
you get a couple of months of racing, and it's like, you know, we bust our asses all winter long to make it a certain point. It gets to that certain point, and then you know, those fragile wires from 1998 or 2000, you know, that's a long time ago already. It's 2000, 2025 now. From 2000, you know, think of all the oil, the fuel. Now we're out dumping ethanol on them, and you know, like all this other stuff. We're tugging on harnesses.
Plus our winters and stuff too kind of put a toll on the cars.
for sure.
You know, they're enclosed and inside, but still, it's still definitely.
And it's crazy. Like we have James building custom harnesses for our customers.
Yeah.
But yet, our own personal race cars are
They're
still hacked apart and.
Yeah, but they're just on the back burner.
But yeah, and like it's a little bit more advanced with per se Blackie. Like,
well, it's not a cheap fix. That's the thing. Nothing's not at these stages. They're not. They're
definitely
cheap
not cheap.
fixes. It's not like, oh, you know, throw, you know, whatever on it, or you know, change, you know, a distributor, right? There's more to it, and it sets you back a little bit. So it's, you know, you definitely put on the back burner, not realizing that, you know, like it costs too much in order to keep continuing. But you know, then like you said, like we get to a certain point, we go out, we break shit, and then it just kind of, you know, it's hard to continue, especially, you know, living in Canada where all of our shit has to come from the States, and you know, just that battle of getting it here, right?
Yeah.
It's, you know,
it's just getting out of hand.
it is. It's the dollar shit, shipping shit, fucking import fees, import that, this tax, you know, it's just.
Ideally though, like wintertime, it would definitely have James be building harnesses for these.
Yeah.
This one's a little bit more technical. Like you're on a piggybacked computer. You're
100%.
You're on
You
Honda.
have to fucking go back through again and
Everything needs to be
yeah.
repinned. Remember all the hall sensor bullshit.
Yeah, but now that we have it, it's definitely a lot easier. I mean, that was our first time ever going to Haltech, and nobody fucking knew what the fuck was what.
going on. And
Yeah,
like
you
it was definitely read between the lines on the instructions.
We're certain things, 100%.
It was
Definitely 2 o'clock.
It was definitely read it out loud type deal. Don't
Yeah, but don't do it at 2 o'clock in the morning
Yeah.
when you're racing in fucking 3 hours. Like, you know what I mean? It's
yeah. No, it's
a fun
part of
sport.
it.
It's fun.
A main reason I would say that I've kept this kind of sitting is this thing's an animal. It's either broken or it's working. It's nothing ever in between.
100%.
You know, we let it sit for a year, and then we were like, screw it. We took it out to Quebec front wheel drive last year, and you know, it wasn't a great time. We didn't have a good time.
It was a good time.
I mean,
definitely not for you, because you know it's a waste of money to go all that way for something so simple to be fun.
You know, we're driving 6 hours.
Yeah, at least 6 hours. You know, it's $1,500, $2,000 weekend all day long.
Yeah.
And you know, when something as stupid as certain things were, I mean, it sucks. But you know, overall, just the we had the car running.
Yeah. We took it to a road, a testing road.
The car test road.
The car worked flawless.
Yeah. 100%.
No ifs, no ands, no buts. Blowing the tires off in 4th gear. James kind of sitting there with a laptop in his lap on the floor, holding on for dear life, and the car worked. Yeah. We loaded the car.
Yep.
Take it to Quebec. Go to the burnout box. You know, I didn't listen. Spun a little bit out of the box, and I was like, I need to do a better burnout. You and Johnny are both like, no, don't do it.
Don't do it.
I sent it.
On the prep.
Right on the prep, doing a shit the axle right out.
No. I don't think shit in an axle is the fucking word for me to use here. You sent the axle to fucking Mars.
Yeah. So, anyways, we ended up having a bunch of wiring issues. The car wouldn't come out. We put a new wheel speed sensor in the back to set up traction control. All right. Well, we had a battery issue and whatever. So, anyways. Put a wheel speed sensor into the back of that.
Yep.
To set up traction control for the car. You know, we had it turned off. We weren't even using it. So we ended up using the rear wheel speed sensor instead, because the vehicle speed sensor wasn't working. But it still didn't work because the rotation of the rear wheel needed to actually rotate, where
it was reading off of the fucking the hub the hub instead of the...
So when the car would come out, it would try to rotate, but it would stay on the 2-step, so it would sit on its face until it got that motion out of the back wheel, and then it would pick up and go. It just didn't work out for the weekend. Future plans, because of how fast the car has gone and will continue to do, it needs more safety.
Well, I think both are at that.
Both are definitely at the stage of, you know, this is a big car. If anything goes wrong with this car, going down the track,
it's a lot of momentum.
It's a lot, and you need to be safe.
Yeah, 100%.
This car going 147 to 150 mile an hour, you know, it's still on the slower side too, compared to like the X front wheel drive cars we do see. You know, like John Pereira, he's flying up there, man, like 160 plus mile per hour. And you know, Ash said she doesn't mind going fast as long as, you know, we're as safe as possible. So that really kind of hit home, especially with the kids at home, stuff like that. No matter what, we have to go to work at the end of the weekend. Like, you know, everybody does. So that's kind of where we're sitting right now. We do have plans. Faz jumped on board with us. He's doing all of our Lexan. Alex McGibbon is going to do our cages. He's a very busy guy, so is everybody. So is everybody, but we kind of work around it, and you know, I'll just harass him and tell him he hates me every day. But that's what it is. It did go through my head a couple of times.
No.
Switching the car out and going K.
No.
But, you know, doing a sleeve block, because this car is factory sleeve, just bored out a little bit. That would definitely be on the plans.
Definitely where we have to go with it, 100%. I mean, 100%. Realistically, both the cars should be getting sleeved regardless. I mean, you know, mine being closed deck, it does help it a little bit, but it's still technically knocking on, you know, heaven's door on that. I mean, but like I said, it's the money side of it and trying to get everything through the States and whatnot, and finding somebody over here that's good with the sleeves and everything, right? Like
and like this winter is definitely a big winter for us. Like we have a lot of projects. We have three shops on the go technically at this point. Four. we're busy.
Yeah.
We're definitely busy. You're in the transmission shop Monday to Friday until 5 p.m. and then you're in the SC shops, plural, at nighttime. And then on weekends, we're plugging away projects and keeping our own daily driving vehicles going. So we've been busy.
Definitely juggling, but we're getting by with what we're doing.
So let's get into this list here. That's kind of the history behind Stay Classy a little bit. You know, we've definitely come from a hole to where we are today, and we've built great relationships with a lot of great people.
100%.
A lot of people have come, they've gone, that's fine. They've tried different routes. Some people have even come back, and that's even cooler. Like that just shows, you know, like we do stuff the right way. Events we have run, stopped running, and future of drag racing.
It's a tough one.
So I definitely started sooner than you, a lot sooner. I was doing like Shannonville drags, and you know, doing shit like that over on weekends and whatever. So I started a little bit sooner than you did. I was definitely into the street racing game for a long time. You kind of jumped on board with me with the street racing stuff, and we kind of just pushed through that. Then we both jumped into CSCS drag racing. We did that for quite a few years, 2018, 2019, 20, 21, and 22.
And I did 23.
You did 23. I didn't do 20. Yeah, and I didn't do 23. No hard feelings on any of that. It was more or less, it was a lot. It was a lot. The cost of things, like everything, just kept going up. There was talks of commitment fees and things that just weren't in budget.
For me, well, it just wasn't in budget for the racers.
It wasn't in budget for any of the racers.
No.
Like we went from pure street and like street modified of 26 plus cars to like they have
10. Now
they have like 12, 13 cars showing up to an event, and it's no shame, it's no nothing.
Really
They're an event.
issues,
They're an event that's trying to keep themselves going. I get it, but I can't afford it.
No, I can't either.
So, you know, I can't afford a $1,000 commitment fee was the original talk. I'm pretty sure, not a big deal, something along those lines.
Like that, yeah.
And then, you know, it came down as the racers all kind of talked and stuff like that, but it still wasn't in budget for our crew.
No.
We also just opened up our first shop.
Yeah.
We were struggling to get customers in the doors because, it was
Well, it's beginning.
just
Starting from scratch, really.
yeah, and it was just after COVID. So like right before we got into the shop, when we were doing everything at home, and you know, like your rent's paid, your mortgage is paid, your whatever's paid, you know, that was your space already.
Yeah.
Now you brought in another space, it cost a lot more money per month. So it was kind of like, hey, we really need the shop to kind of pick up. So that's kind of where that kind of stopped. It was just money versus anything. It was us fighting money. And I'm not saying we don't fight money nowadays. Like
Still do.
we're better off, but like you're still fighting. And then kind of the COVID thing just kind of really
Pushed a lot of people away.
Really pushed a lot of people away. We were building engines like they were going out of style at the time, and
Yeah.
we were making good buck.
Yeah.
And you know, we were able to do everything, and then we really had to switch over to the daily driver. You hear the coyotes out there, right? Holy. So we ended up switching over to the daily drivers, and you know, I had a lot of guys that would message me and they're like, hey man, I really missed like the content of you building race cars and like showing up to the racetracks and stuff like that. But you know, if nobody's willing to build a race car, I'm willing to go and pick up somebody's dog shit to make $20.
Yeah.
Hey man, $20 is $20.
That's $20.
So that's kind of where that went. We always wanted to do the Quebec front wheel drive.
We spectated it.
We spectated it.
Fell in love with it.
Absolute great event. Seb is phenomenal.
Yes.
That guy would honestly do anything for the racers that come out.
He supported them a lot.
He doesn't favorite anybody. He is straightforward. He's there for the racers. He wants a prep track, and he wants his event to go smooth.
100%.
Every event we went to, it didn't matter, 2-day events, which was also awesome.
Yeah.
We'd leave on the Friday, we'd show up Friday night in Quebec, we'd unload, we'd camp Saturday morning,
Racing.
right into racing throughout the day, testing all day, double track.
Yep.
Full prep track and then the test track.
Yeah.
Awesome. Naperville Dragway is a place to be for sure. It's a good vibe.
100%.
So we spectated a couple years. Then we finally brought Blackie out last year. Didn't have a good year. We brought the wagon out this year.
Didn't have a good year.
Honestly, the same thing that happened with Blackie. We took it out on the street pole. Worked flawless.
Perfectly fine.
Perfect. Loaded it into the trailer. Unloaded at the track. Broken.
The only track that the car's ever been the best at is Grand Bend.
Yeah. Good.
Always.
So the only reason the wagon kind of came out this year was because the announcement of Seb closing down Quebec front wheel drive. Now that hits pretty hard because a lot of us Ontario guys, Johnny, Adrian, John Pereira, us, like all of them,
Yep.
really love that event. So we're kind of hoping something kind of comes out of that. Somebody buys up Quebec front wheel drive or
Start something else up.
start something else for that. Maybe somebody in Ontario too, starting something up that, you know, I don't care to race just 4-cylinders, man. Like I'm game to hurt V8 guys' feelings. We've done it before, so let's do it again.
Yeah.
A lot of the no prep stuff happening now, which these cars aren't obviously built for the no prep stuff.
No,
Not
you
really
don't-
into the
you
no
don't
prep stuff.
drive and blah blah blah.
Let's get into the true facts of tracks. Tracks cars we sponsor at certain tracks. Let's get into that. We sponsor a lot of Peterborough Speedway cars. Not as many as we used to.
No.
We did 3 this year.
Technically 4.
Technically 4. Tegan had 2. Tegan did have 2.
We had 2. We had
What a
4 cars.
phenomenal family. I love them. Damn, that kid's an animal. Kent Misson's great circle track driver. Hands down,
He is.
phenomenal as long as he stays out of his own head.
I was gonna say.
If he stays out of his own head, the guy is an animal and can make any car fast. The guy is amazing with setup. So no complaints on that. We set him up pretty good. He got kind of screwed around a lot last year.
Yeah.
We took care of it. Not gonna get too deep into details on that.
Nope.
I have to be on my best behavior-ish tonight. Needless to say, don't be paying silly people to be building you engine harnesses that fry your stuff, because that costs money. So Mikey and I fixed that car up. We got it going. Brett tuned the car. It was good. Tegan, we only turned minimal bolts for Tegan. He never really asked for anything.
No, not really. I mean,
It kind of all started with him asking if we could get him a custom harness.
Right.
James built him his custom engine harness. And then we kind of just jumped on board with Tegan, and you know, watching that kid is absolutely amazing.
oh, it's
man.
fun.
He
It's like
will,
going to a strip club and getting hammered.
yeah,
It's just a part of it.
yeah. He's an animal behind the machine, like any machine. Like he is not afraid to stick his nose in and really push the limits of a car.
Yeah, he's very entertaining.
He is.
It's a very entertaining race watching him.
I really feel like Peterborough's really gonna miss that family themselves be out at that race.
Well, it's definitely gonna put a lot of bad taste in a lot of people's mouth. Hopefully, I mean, like at the end of the day, it's the same thing with our tracks. Like with the things that we've been through, like you know, like the track owners or you know the people putting on these shows, or they really have to start focusing on the racers and you know listening to them because they're the ones that make the show the show. Like you know, at the end of the day, if people open the show and no one shows up, well, you don't have an event.
Mhm.
So, you know, a lot of the bullshit that's been going around and continue to go around, it's really pushing a lot of people away. And
Yeah.
you know, it's
It all comes. This season really all came down to tech. For Kent, for Tegan, and for Alex.
Mm-hmm.
I know those are.
that's just our crew.
That's only our crew. That's what I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
Out of all the years of dealing with Kent's car, Kent has always had that block that he custom made for proper ride height, made sure nothing was out of the ordinary. It always passed.
Yes.
The only thing we got in trouble for was an engine in the past. Oops, whatever. Shit happens.
Not the only people.
He is currently running a bone stock engine, and they know it's a bone stock engine, so they started trying to pick on other things. First time ever a car's been checked for ride height through the ass end of the car.
It's fucking dumb.
Whatever. I don't know if I made a status about that, but probably. I don't know. It even went down to the fact of Kent not being called up for a heat. Now, I'm not saying Kent shouldn't have been paying attention, but
at the end of the day,
these guys are every weekend.
There's no speakers in the fucking pits.
Nothing.
So you don't know when you're wrenching on your car, you're not listening to it. So
Exactly.
at the end of the day, there should be somebody walking, or the fucking owner should be putting in the PA systems and stuff like that. The
100%.
money they're making, I understand, stuff costs money, but
Well, and
they
we
can
know,
invest
like,
a little bit of money into the
The
damn
taxes,
tracks.
the insurance and stuff isn't cheap out there. We get it.
Yeah.
But it's a simple fact of, okay, Kent wasn't allowed to come out to the track.
Mhm.
They didn't allow him to make his heat pass or heat run. Got sent back. Now, Kent sped through the pits. Not saying that was a great idea.
No, but we've seen other people do it too.
Yeah,
and,
100%. Even the pit truck going through the pits, like it's speeding through. Like the tow trucks going through. Like the kids in the mini cars, like they're all speeding. Okay, I get it. Like there are kids out there, so Ken should have probably simmered down a little bit, but he was frustrated. That is a passionate driver. He was ready to go out, lay some rubber out onto the track, and put some laps in. So we ended up telling Kent to pack the car up that night after him being told by a certain employee from the racetrack that he wouldn't allow him to go out. Now, I don't think that employee should have been able to make any rules, and I don't feel like, whatever, I'll just stay away from that.
You don't want to get...
No, I don't want, I got suspended for the remaining of the season.
Fucking back in high school, anyways.
Alex McGibbon, same bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
It was nonstop bullshit for him, and now he sold his truck off. He sold his truck off and he's done. He's done with Peterborough. He was out at Brighton already, and he decided to make the trek back to Peterborough, test it back out. He's done.
Yep.
Kent posted his car up for sale. It's gonna be gone. He's done. Tegan, amazing season. Kent, amazing season. Alex, amazing season. All three drivers, no complaints at all. Tegan stood out the most, I would say. Kent, he'll wheel anything, so it never surprises us anymore.
No.
Give the guy 6 laps and he's rocking again. Now Tegan, watching the kid race, like when I was back at Peterborough quite a few years ago, I remember this pudgy little kid jumping in a Honda and his parents talking to me about, making engines more reliable for them and along those lines. That's a whole other story.
Yeah.
Never ended up happening, and they finally got the true Stay Classy effect now this year. Tegan got hit a couple weeks before the night that he got DQ'd, the weekend before he got hit in the left rear.
Yeah.
Gave him a shitload of camber. Chris and Tegan were both messaging me during the week, trying to get everything straightened out the best that they could. They thought they were bang on. Next weekend, Tegan gets DQ'd.
For something they already knew was there.
For a quarter of an inch. What was it? Half inch.
Quarter, whatever.
Quarter, half inch, whatever. I made a Facebook status about it on the work page.
But that's why they went for it, because they knew he was going to win, and they knew that he got hit.
So
shit was bent. Is what it is.
Yeah. Tegan brought it up to them. They were like, no, we know we made a mistake by DQing you, but they can't overturn it. These are the people that are paying all the staff at Peterborough Speedway. They're the ones getting the doors open. They're the ones putting on the show. You don't screw with the people. Like, none of these people have a bunch of money, man.
No.
They're in, and not in a rude way, the entry level racing.
Yeah.
Bone stocks, mini stocks are definitely entry level racing.
Yeah, for sure.
Mini stock is obviously more money than bone stock.
Yeah.
But they both cost money. None of these people have a shitload of money.
No.
They're spending their hard-earned week's money on, you know, let's look at Tegan's family.
Pretty much every weekend.
Think of how many people Tegan's whole family bring in.
Fuck yeah.
They bring in a shitload of people, and then they screw them. And, you know, like, they suspend me from the track. Well, it wasn't affecting me anyways because I was going camping and going to get drunk on a beach anyway. So it really didn't matter to me. But for them to suspend Tegan's mom, well, Tegan's not going to come and race.
No.
That's his mom.
He's going to support her.
100%. I'd stand right behind her too. Mainly because she scares the shit out of me. So anyways, I made my status. Talking about one of the tech guys wishing he had half-inch in his pants. Like, out of frustration, it is what it is.
Nothing wrong about that. I mean, it doesn't mean anything at the end of the day, but...
I stand hard behind all the cars that we sponsor.
And that was a nice message.
100%.
I mean, nice post, sorry, but...
I mean, like...
It could have been worse.
It could have been worse. But, like, I could have been talking about the length of his pants, the width of his pants, it's whatever.
Yeah.
So anyways, I get an email from that Ashley girl, not even the owner of the track.
No.
Not even anybody that works at the racetrack.
No.
Somebody that's doing some stupid sponsor night, like, I give a shit. I don't care. I'm there for my racers. I will stand behind the people that we sink hours upon hours into their cars, and we're backing them 100%. We're hard racers.
100%.
That's the way it goes. Don't like it? Fuck off. Simple as that.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Well, it's our team, right? It's our family.
It's 100%. It's never going to change.
No.
I'm hard.
And I feel like everybody would be that way though too. Like,
It's the way it should
you
be.
know, like,
This isn't made for a bunch of pussies.
no,
It's
we're
racing.
We're the team. We're part of the team sponsor. We're not a sponsor that's like, you know, here's a couple of bucks, put my name on your car. Like, we're, you know,
turning bolts.
we're a part of it, you know, and seeing our cars go out on that track and, you know, like, put on a show is what we want. And, you know, like, obviously our name to be out there as well. And, you know, seeing our team literally get kicked in the nuts pretty much the whole season is fucked.
Yeah, and I think we have the right to be upset.
100%.
The way that it goes.
There was no post on Facebook of, oh, we're sorry, you know, for doing this or DQing you or calling.
But did you
this
see
or
Brighton
nothing.
Speedway? Their tech's doing it right now. So that's all I really have to say. I feel like Peterborough needs to kind of take some notes. It is what it is. JP ended up messaging me after on Facebook a couple days before whatever.
Yeah.
I kind of gave it to him on there. He just read my messages.
Still waiting for a reply.
He said to call him, but I really don't care to call him. I really don't.
True.
It is what it is. I said what I said. Hopefully he read the message. JP, if you didn't read the message, you should probably do so. If you don't understand it the first time, reread it. Not being an asshole. You know,
Being straight, honestly.
being straightforward, man. Pick your shit up. Simple as that. Your tech is a joke. Brad Lavelle shouldn't be allowed in your tech.
Not when his brother's a racer.
If his brothers or his family are racing, it is what it is. Figure it out. Simple as that. We have a car sitting right next door, halfway built. Was planned to be a Peterborough Speedway car. As of right now, we might just use it as a travel car. We'll see what happens. Alex and Kent have both asked me to build it to be a dirt track car at Brighton. Ideally, I really did want it to be out at Peterborough. It was kind of like home track, you know, not too
100%.
far
I mean,
for us.
that's where our team's been. That's where the name's been. Is
100%.
Peterborough.
It's where we started. It's where we started, but until some things change, like even like being a little bit more catered to all of the drivers.
Yeah.
The pits are a joke.
They are.
The pits are a joke. There's cars bottoming out through the back. The pit pads are a joke. You know, the grass is a joke. Like it's time to start sinking some money back into
the fucking fees too are a joke too.
the fees are, yeah. You know, like
It's
for
the same
pit.
it's the same price of going to fucking.
We just went to a derby this weekend, okay? I raced the derby car. What did you pay to be a pit?
I paid nothing.
You paid nothing.
No, I just paid $5 to start out a pass.
Okay. I don't even care about paying gate entry at these tracks.
No,
not
at the end
not
of the day,
$40.
the racers are the ones that putting the fucking show on. Why are they being charged fucking so much money to enter the fucking thing every night?
100%.
They win fuck all.
Yeah. Payouts are a joke. It is what it is.
And
Hopefully-
the food's not even cheaper on the pit side.
No. They don't care. It's just money, man.
Fuck.
Now, this isn't just a bash Peterborough. It's not just Peterborough.
No, there's a lot of tracks that are like
it's
that.
a lot of different places.
It's the same shit that we've been through at, you know, at TMP when we were racing.
Yeah.
Why the fuck is the driver paying a gate fee?
Yeah.
I mean, sure, we don't care, but why? We're the ones
We're
spending the money on the cars. We're the ones spending the money on traveling there.
Yeah.
Putting on the show, running our cars, breaking our cars. Where the fuck's our fucking return?
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, if it wasn't for the racers, you wouldn't, the owners and the people putting on the events wouldn't be where they are.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they would have fucking nothing but a piece of property that would be going to the fucking bank's name.
I really hope, honestly, that Peterborough kind of cleans it up a little bit. I have a feeling like some things are definitely going to get cleaned up, but
Probably.
I really hope so. I really hope I do hear from JP, not Ashley, from whatever tire company, whoever emailed me, and I just laughed at the email, literally sent them laughing faces. I really hope to hear from JP. Stay Classy Racing, if you Google it, you can get the phone number. You can give us a call. Always down to talk. If you want to meet up in person, always game to talk. So let's get away from that racetrack because that's giving me a headache and I'm happy the season's over. Why are so many people giving up and selling their cars? Kind of
Falls in line with what we just talked about realistically.
definitely. Kent doing the same thing. Tegan,
It's getting burned by the tracks and the people running the events.
well, they're going broke.
And
They're going broke, man. They're going broke.
Canada's a fucking joke when it comes to certain things that we won't get into because that's a whole fucking bullshit topic anyways. But I mean, yeah, it's hard on everybody, and lately nothing's really affordable, and everyone's struggling to fucking make ends meet. And you know, like people, their spare dollar, or you know, they're doing this job on the side, or you know, 3-4 jobs on the side every weekend, and you know, reffing and doing what they can to get a little bit of extra money. This is what they're putting their money into, is their hobbies. And you know, when the hobbies fuck them over, they just lose interest and they just rather take their kids to a fucking park for the weekend because you know it's cheaper and they get more family time. They don't have to worry about the stress. Like it's, you know,
Yeah.
it's, I don't want to say it, but the car racing industry is definitely going downhill real fucking quick.
All racing. All
Legit.
racing. Racetracks are closing all over the States.
Yeah.
There's talks of them closing in Canada. Events are closing down. You know, there's less and less. And I don't know if it's the people that are hosting the events themselves that are just like, I'm kind of done with it. Like, we'll just play it out until it just dies out. Or if like they're serious and like really want to push it. But by pushing that is like making sure like your pits are good and like your crew members are good and your racers are happy. You know, I can't even count on my hands and my feet at how many people have talked to me this year about the joke in tech. It was huge, man.
It was huge.
It was huge. But the problem is all these people do all of this.
Mm-hmm.
you know, even the girl that sent me the email saying that I wasn't allowed to come out to sponsor or whatever, sponsor night at Peterborough, like I care. She was bashing JP like a couple weeks before, right in front of us, and bashing the racetrack. And then like JP's giving her privileges for all of this stuff. Like, he should be almost happy that he has people kind of like me, like an asshole, just speaking the truth at all
Well, you
times.
say how it is.
There's no sense of sugarcoating anything. Brad Lavelle still wishes he had a quarter inch in his pants. So it is what it is. All to the Farnborough guys, just so you know, Brad Lavelle talks a whole bunch of shit about you, so I wouldn't be friends with him. Let's move on. Fuck the circle track stuff. Actually, what do you think we should do with our Mini?
I don't know.
I mean, we've got 2 shells sitting out back. We've got a car ready for a cage right now for Peterborough originally. I kind of want to hear what your input is on it, because it's kind of a shop car. It's not just, it's not my personal.
I don't know this question, or this answer to this question, but is the cage the same as Peterborough to Brighton?
I'm pretty sure everything's identical other than like a cage for the front window. So it's like mesh window versus like a Lexan window.
Well, I mean, if
So
it is,
realistically, we could, what you were going to say is we could build it.
put a cage in and you know, build it to what we build it to where we can, and kind of see what happens. Maybe there's some sort of release or whatever when it comes to Peterborough, if there's definitely things changing, if things are definitely going to be brought up and fixed and stuff, then sure, we can go back to Peterborough and continue that route of where the car was originally going to go. But if it's going to be the same boring bullshit and fucking sucking each other off every weekend, then fuck it, let's do something that we haven't done yet and have more fun at learning.
We've been doing that a lot lately.
We have, but
testing out different things.
you know, learning something that we haven't been into, none of us, even the people that want to race the car, you know, and like starting fresh and learning. Like, you know, we have a team, we have drivers, and you know, it's definitely different, but I feel like if we do go the Brighton way, we're gonna figure it out. We're still gonna fucking kill the game. So I mean, it doesn't hurt us either way.
Love it.
Like,
So true.
even
So-
at this point, if we fucking wanted to, we can put it into a drag car. Like,
It's true. It is true.
we have options, and it just really depends on what people want to do, and if they want to fix their track or fix their events, or if they want to keep it the same bullshit. But I think if they continue to keep it the same bullshit, they're not going to have a track or an event.
I agree. All right. That kind of covers that. Future events with the drag cars. It's kind of like a.
It's hard.
I definitely want to hit up one of those SSPA.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I would definitely like to try.
It definitely sounds interesting, so that's definitely something in the near future that I would really like to do. One of the other chassis that we have out back that we're kind of figuring some stuff out with. I'd like to kind of maybe like triple up the cars and bring them out and kind of do something that way. When we break one, we have something else to play with.
I'll just bring the Elite.
Yeah, bring the scooter and just nature shot it all weekend. So that's definitely something would be fun, you know, like we're definitely not going to be able to compete with any of the like 7 and 8 second cars that are competing out there.
No, not at all. But I mean, we can definitely still go and bring the name and, you know, still bring the cars.
Kind of see. I think the biggest problem is the problem with drag racing is, you know, the whole year happens, all that new tech has been out. World Cup comes around, so import versus domestic. That's when all the companies are releasing all their new stuff. So the next season, all that stuff's, if we sit for one season, we've already lost tech from the newest of the newest, and that's the biggest thing. So this winter is definitely.
Well, this winter we have things to do personally to the cars that like we've been wanting to do for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, doing those things alone necessarily won't make us faster, but will make us more consistent for sure. I mean,
Yeah, efficient.
Yeah, that's a better
Yeah,
word to
like-
put on it. Efficient, yeah.
Braking less, maybe?
Hopefully more on my side of that statement. I mean, you know, like I said, like I want to do a transmission, but you know, I can't afford that $10,000-$15,000 transmission at this given moment, which, you know, like if I had the money for sure I would do it, but you know, taking the weight out of it and really focusing on the front end of this car and getting this car moving is, you know, definitely gonna help and not carry this fucking 3,000 pounds behind it. I mean, the car's, no matter what, always gonna be heavy. It's gonna be a heavier car. I knew it when I signed up for it. You know, and especially the platform I'm at, it's always gonna cost more for my side of it when it comes to, you know, I mean, for the most part, certain things, and it does suck, but I like it. It's different, it stands out, and, you know, I like,
It will make it happen.
yeah, it's the time, right? It's fuck, both of us have families and we're juggling everything and, you know, the house and whatever, and, you know, we're definitely making ends meet with where we can and what we can, and, you know.
All right. The types of people that we like and who we want representing our names. So it's definitely we kind of have all sorts of different people, you know.
Yeah, they're all different.
They are definitely all different.
I mean, they're all into cars, so it's obviously, but they're all
you know, out
different.
of all the years, like, we've had a lot of different cars that we've slapped our names on, and it's always been great. I think the most common thing is we have loudmouths every time. You know, I wouldn't necessarily say like Kent is the loudmouth.
No, Ken's like me.
No, but who's right behind Kent? Katie's right behind
She's
Kent.
loud.
She's loud and she's feisty, and I love it.
Oh yeah, everybody loves it.
Tegan, loud.
He's yeah.
He doesn't.
And
give-
his mom and his
Yeah,
dad.
like-
Well, no, his dad
dad's
is,
just
but
kinda
he's
chill.
kind of like he chills until you piss him off.
Yeah.
His
But then
mom,
you have,
his
like-
mom, she's into the racing, and that's her baby. You fuck with her baby, you have opened up
Don't
the can
fuck
of
with
worms.
mama. Don't fuck
It's
with mama.
it's literally mama cub, baby cub.
Oh,
and you
yeah.
fuck with baby cub, you got mama cub.
100%. And then even Alex, like Alex is always like
He's
chill.
chill until you piss him off.
He's quiet, and then you piss him off.
You pissed him off.
Yeah, that's it. Like, you're done. So I would definitely say the people that we choose are definitely the ones, hard racers.
100%.
People that are dedicated, that want to win, that want better results every weekend. So when they're done racing, they don't just go home, load the car up, and leave it. They're going home trying to figure out the next thing. How many times do we see Kent with scales? This summer alone,
Yeah.
scaling the car, making sure the car is perfect. Making sure when he rolls over the scales at Peterborough, knowing that Peterborough's scales are well off.
Every fucking time.
We're talking like 14 pounds from weekend to weekend. So it's not like a little amount either. But
And they're quote unquote new.
yeah, new, my ass. But you know, even Tegan, like Tegan was working 2 jobs at one point. I'm not sure if he still is.
Yeah, I don't know.
But still going home and wrenching on stuff, getting frustrated, throwing wrenches across the backyard, and then messaging
Exactly
me.
what you just said. The backyard doesn't have a fucking. Well, he's got a little garage, but you can't even work on, on the
like,
car.
this guy's out at
He's dedicated.
12 o'clock at night wrenching on a car to make it for the next weekend, to make it more, to make it,
To make it a better show.
yeah, 100%. You know, Alex, same thing. Him and his father-in-law really busted ass this year.
Yeah.
And, you know,
He just had a kid too. Like
yeah, like young kid, they're traveling from Bancroft down to Peterborough. It's not a short trek to make it from there to there, and you know, getting screwed all season
getting
long.
fucked over has really put bitter taste in all of them.
So I would definitely say the people that we want and who we have representing our name are definitely the hard racers that truly love racing and wrenching on cars.
and they also support us.
And they're right behind us. They're always giving us shout outs, sending us business, sending us everything. So shout out to all of the guys forever that we've thrown our name on, that we've wrenched on your car, that we've made better. Maybe
100%.
we've made them worse. Battery just died again. on the GoPro.
Yeah, you did.
So anyways, back to it. Shout out to all of our guys, girls, whatever.
Supporters, everything.
Supporters. Huge shout out to Corey Strong this year.
Yeah.
He came in clutch, always does. Filming all the track stuff. He's really there for all of the racers, from, you know, bone stocks all the way up to all of those guys. Corey Strong, you're phenomenal. BR Tuning, Brett,
It's our boy.
buddy. The tunes, if you haven't been tuned by Brett,
Go
I
get
don't-
tuned by him.
I don't know what you're even doing with life. Braille Batteries,
Yeah.
they jumped on board last year?
I think it was last year, yeah.
Last year. Shout out to Braille. Batteries are feisty. They are feisty batteries. To our drivers, Kent, Tegan, Alex, you guys had a phenomenal season. We're proud to have our names on all of your vehicles.
100%.
Proud to do everything with you guys outside of business stuff.
Even
Like
personally,
the
yeah.
friendships are great.
And whatever the future goes, I would love to continue to put the names on the vehicles, or
100%.
fucking jet skis, or whatever the fuck you guys want to do. Fucking horseback riding, I don't give a fuck. I'd still like to put a name on it.
Hell yeah, I'll learn to train a horse. For future for us, we've got a lot on the go. We've got the 87 Monte Carlo
Yeah.
out on the side. We're putting a 6-liter in it, TH400, putting a turbo onto it. Tim, our painting guy, one of our good friends, phenomenal with a paint gun. Holy shit.
Thanks to Tim as well, man.
Yeah, Tim out here plugging away on lots of all of our projects. My truck, Monte Carlo coming in, your truck, wagon. Ugh, the list goes on. We have the guy working hard. Shout out even to James. He's not here right now. He's got a lot going on right now. Just moved. He's always behind the laptop and figuring out other things that, you know, we don't have time to figure out. So to our wives, putting up with a whole lot of bullshit.
It's true.
Whole lot of bullshit. We're not home a lot. We're out traveling, racetrack to racetrack, dirt biking, boats.
And when we are home, we're fucking with shit around here.
Yeah, and when we're home, too much shit.
It is.
So yeah, we got the 87 Monte Carlo. We
My
got
truck.
your truck that we got to pull the engine out of.
Couple cars back there.
Rebuilt the engine in your truck.
Yeah.
We got a car back there. We got
Cars in over there. These cars.
We got EG over there. We have the EF over there.
Boats. Snowmobiles.
Boats. Snowmobile. You blew up your snowmobile.
I did.
Fuck. The 700 sitting on the side that's half blown up. That needs to be redone also. So we do have a lot of different things coming up, plus lots of this shit coming up. We did purchase something new. We're not going to release that yet until everything's
works.
kind of settled out. We are trying to expand a little bit more here in the near future, so we need some more space. As bad as that sounds, like we have a lot of space, but we're working for more space. The workloads just keep coming in bigger and bigger, from daily drivers to our own projects to customer projects. Like we have a lot on the go. Next summer is definitely going to be a busy one with camping and keeping the wife and the kids happy, your wife and kid happy, keeping customers happy. So we got a lot on the go, a lot of fun new things we're learning and figuring out for sure. But 2026 is going to be a year.
Should be.
Should be?
Should be.
Will be. I don't know. Let's hope JP lets us back to Peterborough Speedway.
Who cares? Brightness.
Actually,
Brightness still there.
So, if you guys have any questions, statements, anything you guys would like to hear or see, leave a
What
comment.
about stories?
They want more stories?
I don't know.
Maybe they want more stories. I doubt they want more
What
stories.
about the deep drama stories? You'd love that.
We need more
Water.
We need more water for those stories. Or I need to be in a feisty mood. Not really in a feisty one tonight.
Not yet.
No, but definitely if you want more stories or you want kind of more of this, like, what would you call this, like a podcast style, sit down, chill out,
Chill talk.
absolutely do nothing, just wearing safety sandals and ripped up friggin' track pants. We could definitely do that. The 8th gen,
And even if you want to see people sitting here talking, I mean,
yeah, we could definitely do that. I'd really like to bring some like the circle track guys down, have a couple chats with them, and some other drag racers, kind of see their inputs also. But we'll definitely start recording a lot more. We were going to record Quebec. I mean, if you guys wanted to watch us drink beer and pull turbos apart trying to make a turbo, that was about as
I mean,
good
it probably would have been fun, but there probably wasn't a whole lot of fucking recording time, realistically. Fucking car worked, didn't work, and then
yeah, like I have a video of you rolling out of the starting line and
not going anywhere.
Not doing anything.
Just
Like really close to the wall too. I don't know what the fuck was going on in your head, but it was fine.
I was expecting something to happen on the street, so we're okay.
Oh, you were expecting to go right.
Yeah, I thought circle track, but backwards.
I mean, yeah, like I was doing a couple of posts here, like in the beginning, and getting things going, but we're definitely going to do a video of you doing a walkthrough here with the wagon here soon, and maybe get it fired up and stuff like that. Blackie doesn't run right now.
Well, we just took half the parts off of that to bring them.
We did take half the parts off of that to bring for the wagon, but that's fine. But the hall sensor's all fried out on that, so we can't have that running right now. As we put PEF together, we'll kind of do some recording and fun things like that, watching us convert that car from cable to hydraulic, simple things. As I'm putting the block together and the cylinder head together, I'll definitely do a little bit of videoing on that. The EG, Ashley's EG. We kind of pulled the engine apart on it and we didn't record jack shit. I found out that a bunch of valves were bent and fried, so I'm currently waiting on a couple of things for that, aka I'm just slacking and I haven't bought shit for it. So the cylinder heads.
But we can clean the valves you want to put into it. You're just too lazy to do it.
No, I just buy valves for it and call it a day.
Or you could buy valves.
So the cylinder head's sitting at the main shop in Bowmanville.
Yeah.
I've got a bunch of shit here for it. It's scattered all over the place. Really, all we're waiting on that is the valves. So maybe as I'm putting the new cylinder head together, I'll do a little bit of recording, and as we're putting the rest of the engine back together, need a few little odds and ends on that. I'm not even 100% that we're going to keep that car on a D series, but as Ashley learns how to really race that car, the car's going to be really turned down. So I'm not overly concerned. More or less the transmission stuff on that I'm concerned about with the welded diff and stuff. It's kind of sketchy.
Well, that one, yeah, we'll definitely figure something out with it.
Yeah, so that's the only really worries. Like, we'll push that car to, I don't know, 400 horse, we'll call it, and we'll probably tame it right down for her to really practice on. And
tune it for 4, turn it on for like 250, let her practice.
Yeah, let her practice on
and
it.
slowly turn it up as the time goes on.
Yeah, have some fun, whatever. I ideally really like to see a B series into that car with a basic setup and, a 10.5 car. Once Ash gets comfortable with the car, the D series stuff is fun, but they're ticking time. They're ticking time bombs. We can't even keep NA ones together half the time. So EF, EG, that's covered. My 8th gen, that is getting brought in this winter. It's getting a bunch of stuff done, inner and outer rocker panels. Tim will be doing, and
Clutch.
Roadmaster.
Slave.
Yeah,
There's
all
fucking
of the
names,
other
really.
good stuff. I might put a couple other engine mounts into it. The AC pump wiped all the pulleys out again that I just changed and I have a video about, so that's why that's sitting there. Ashley is driving a hoopty car right now, but it
It's sick.
goes A to B. That's it.
It's a fucking cruise, buddy.
Don't just drive, cruise. So that'll be kind of a project. I'll probably get Tim to do a little bit of videoing on his stuff because his stuff is phenomenal. Like the time lapses he's sent that I'd like to really post up, but haven't got a chance to do that. Watching bodywork from that kid is phenomenal. I've never met somebody so young and talented with body and paint. It's crazy. So that'll be another project. Your truck is definitely a big one. We're not even sure what the hell's wrong with that thing.
No.
So that'll be a good video too. And then we do our annual snowmobile trip that we'll be recording this year. Hopefully we don't get trapped out on the trails again.
I mean, that was the fun part.
Yeah. Other than that, like, it's basically all we've got for tonight. So I guess if you have any questions, statements, anything, leave it in the comments.
Let us know. Yeah.
Let us know what you want to see.
See or talk about.
Yeah, and we'd be honestly happy to talk about it. We enjoy what we do. We love the support that we have from everybody. I even love the haters. The haters.
You love the haters.
Oh,
I don't give a fuck.
I love them. So keep on hating. Seriously, I love it. We'll be behind the wheels of cars again 2026. And lots more shit to come. So, make sure you like, sub, comment,
100%.
give us what you want.
Like us on Facebook as well.
Yeah,
And
Instagram.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess there is a couple.
Kind of.
TikTok. Yeah.
Fuck TikTok.
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 Yeah, it's whatever.
We'll catch you in the next one.
Have a good one.